The first honorable mention is Horrible from the 4-pack that came out, Target exclusive. Again, he was on my top 10. I did some last minute rearranging, and I took him off of it only because he's okay. I don't have a Horrible. That's probably why I put him on that first. But taking a look at what I have on there, and yeah, he's okay. He's an okay mold. He's got some hollow bits on the back, but I really don't really stress on it. But he's just an okay figure, not top 10 material. Horrible is an honorable mention. And this one actually does hurt because these are really, for me personally, I think these are really good molds. It's Armada, Red Alert, and Flatline. Now, Armada Red Alert was on my top 10 for a while. He was on there continuously up until, I don't know how recent, but I like the character from the cartoon. That's why he stayed on there as long as he did. You know, seasoned, no nonsense soldier. Totally different than Hotshot, who's, to me personally, was very annoying. Just as annoying as the kids on the show, but I really liked Red Alert Armada, and then when I got the toy, it's almost just like the cartoon. You know, he's got the arm, the cannon for the arm. You know, he fits all the things. Got some paint, got a lot of color in his chest. Really good figure. Now, Flatline, on the other hand, I think does the mold justice with this color scheme, the red on black. A medic named Flatline, I wouldn't trust, but as far as he goes, he looks really good. Cool head sculpt and cool colors. Plus, their alt modes are very solid when put together, and again, he looks really good in his alt mode. So these two are honorable mentions, which is a shame because I really like these two as well. Number 10, this one I'm going to hear a lot of slack for. G2 Grimlock. Yeah, I know. Grimlock, people love Grimlock, I understand. I like Grimlock too, but I don't like the colors. I'm sorry. I don't like the G2 colors on him. I like the Studio Series version better. I like the old G colors. But besides that, it's a really good mold. All right. It looks like Grimlock. Transformation is very Grimlocky, if that makes sense. But Dino mode's really good. It's a really good figure. Really good mold. The colors are meh, and for a top 10, he's just okay. That's why he's at number 10. At number 9, we have Vortex. I love the Combaticons. Onslaught is one of my favorite characters. I just like the way he looks in general. Except for I like Vortex. I was excited to hear that we're getting these guys. He is a cool figure. Arm kibble is a bit of an eyesore. I wish they would have done something better with this. You can kind of get it out of the way if you wanted to, but it's still there. And it's, doesn't make him a bad figure. It just could have been better. But he is my number 9 as far as top 10 Age of the Primes. At number 8, we got Alchemist Prime of War of the 13. He is a solid figure, very clean, all around. Nice, sturdy alt mode. I like the colors. I love his head sculpt, right? Weapons are okay. They could be held as daggers. You can put them as blades, or you can make it into like a tablet for him. So you do have some options with him. But, car mode is meh, just like Solus Prime. And Prime, their alt modes are blah. Just like his, but, he's a good figure. I do like how he looks in robot mode. So he is my number 8 figure. At number 7, we have Alpha Trion. This is my second mold for an Alpha Trion in my collection, but this is the one that I feel like is more reminiscent of the cartoons that I remember Alpha Trion to look like. Really good figure. All mode is this weird soap ship looking thing. I can't even describe it, but he's got some cool weapons, a book and a feather, a pen feather, a quill if it must. But really cool figure. I like the head sculpt. I like the colors. So he is my number 7 for Age of the Primes. At number 6, we have my Cronus Prime. This is where they started, I feel like they started experimenting with the primes more or less. But, I guess, the lore is the lore. But, from looking at Solus and Primer Prime and even Alchemist Prime, they were pretty just standard. And then you get this guy who comes with a mech. This is the main character right here, and then that's his mech. So I thought it was a really cool look, and he turns into a little disc, which is really cool as well. And the motorcycle mode is weird, but he gets to ride it, so it's kind of a bonus. But yeah, he's number 6 for Age of the Primes. At number 5, I have Skybite. His alt mode is awesome. I like how they mix the techno-organic parts of a shark together. And the color, that color blue is amazing. Robot mode is nice. The weapon is meh. But as far as everything else goes, he's a really cool looking figure. This one is really floppy. I know it's supposed to be up higher, but I can't get it to stay up, so I'll just put him down for symmetry. But yeah, really good figure. He is my number 5. At number 4, we have Megatronus. Really cool figure. For the longest time, he was like top 3 on there, or even 2 at one point. He's a really cool figure. He reminds me of just a walking incinerator. And I wish there was more flame effects, maybe for his feet. I did add some to him on the back here. I added these little ones coming out. He needs more flames, I think. But as far as he looks, he's a really good looking figure. He is number 4 for my Age of the Prime figures. At number 3, we have. I was about to say Anixia again. I don't know why. Every time I look at him, I say Anixia Prime. I gotta stop playing World of Warcraft. This is Onyx Prime. He is my number 3 for the Age of the Primes figures. Very unique figure in all 3 modes. I love the wingspan on this guy. You can make it like, you could collapse him, but having him out like that, it just looks really good. He's got like a centaur mode and like a hippogriff mode too, which is really cool and very different. Very cool figure. The only thing I don't like is the bow. You know, the bow and arrow thing with the tail. It's awkward from the hold and doesn't look good. But he is a really cool figure, so he is number 3. At number 2 is Superion. Now, by themselves, they're okay. But as Superion, they're really good. Nice chunk, nice size. The body chassis frame thing doesn't bother me. To a point, I mean, if it makes the Superion solid and flexible and moves and looks good, I'm okay for it. But I felt like it worked better with Motormaster than it did with Superion, because they just forced like an extra piece onto us. Motormaster, it worked because you can integrate it into his truck mode. This one was like an extra piece, made him look like a weird spaceship. But at the end of the day, we have this for the results, and it looks really good. That's why he is my number 2. I know some people don't like the frame mold, and they like to have every bot to be it, but it's not bad. I like it, so he's number 2 as for Age of the Primes. He doesn't even fit in the screen. And at number 1, we have Trypticon. He was number 1 since I had him. It was hands down. His presence alone just makes him a number 1. I mean, as far as articulation goes, not much to talk about, but he is just a really cool, chunky figure. I don't own a Trypticon. I don't own a G1. I don't own the Titans. It came out Titans Return, I believe. I don't even own that one. When he came out, I had to have him. I needed a Trypticon. Number 1, alt modes are okay. I think he has a pretty decent base mode. Ship mode's a little wonky. You know, it's like you squint good enough, it makes it look like a ship. So we'll go with that. But yeah, so he is number 1 for Age of the Primes for my top 10 2025 list. All right, do my best to get all of them in here. It's kind of tough. These are some big bots that are in this top 10. So that was Crazy Ace top 10 Age of the Primes for 2025. Anything that I got during Christmas for Age of the Primes is going to fall into next year's list. Only because I feel like Christmas will end the year for me. I still got Studio Series, Joe's, and Star Wars reviews to do as well. So those top 10s are coming up. I hope you enjoyed this. Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree? Who would you have on here? Who wouldn't? Discuss it. Let me know. But again, this is my list. These are my opinions. If you don't like it, make your own list and show me what you guys think is your top 10. Anyway, that's it for this video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. Till next time, Crazy Eights is out.